Hello, and welcome back to this series where I'm playing through some of the weird Diaper Dash spin-offs. And if you thought the last game I played, Diaper Dash, was weird, things are about to get a whole lot weirder. Now, when I saw that there was a game called Diaper Dash, I was initially shocked. But then I remembered what series I was playing. But I knew that I had to play it. Reluctantly, of course. Immediately, upon opening the menu, I am slapped in the face with an art style that feels, well, just kinda off. And my first thought is that it looks like a mobile game, and not in a good way. Also, the music is not great. But I guess if a dirty diaper was music, it would sound like this. So it fits the theme, I guess. But anyway, I'll stop moaning, for now, and get on with the game. Starting off, we are shown a comic strip of some scientists performing experiments on babies, making them cry. Our protagonist, Wilson, looks sad, like he feels bad for them. Another male protagonist. And this guy looks like this. He proceeds to pick the baby up to stop it from crying, which is apparently against the rules, I guess, and he gets fired. And of course, the notorious Mr. Big is in charge of performing inhumane experiments on babies. And now the moment we've all been waiting for, the Flo cameo. What was I thinking, Flo? We were so close with the Sleepy Baby Blaster. It just needed a few more tweaks to the laser module. I mean, did we just give up and start picking up babies after the first 50 attempts with the sticky baby scraper or the gassy baby squeezer? Oh my, those sound wonderful, I know. Now I'm jobless and have to move into my sister's basement. And I have to look after her baby while she's at work. I can't take care of an actual baby. Well, at least you have a place to stay, mate, and looking after her baby seems like a small price to pay. Flo shows Wilson how it's done, and somehow manages to make a pig out of a napkin, which stops the baby from crying. She is so talented. Babies aren't so tough. You just have to figure out what they like. Figure out, huh? Inventors are good at figuring things out. Yes they are, Wilson. Yes they are. Wilson's research centre turns into Wilson's Daycare Centre, where he also performs research. So his sister is just cool with him running a daycare in her basement, I guess? Our first customers are William and Doris. And our first invention, the Cleanatron, great name by the way, is in progress. Well, let's see what this game is all about then. As Wilson says, and I emphasize, his words, not mine, bring on the babies. Our first customer, who looks like Boss Baby, is in the waiting area. And he is hungry, so we have to pick him up and drop him in the chair. Now, of course, he's sleepy, so it's nap time. Ooh, we have to change his diaper, but luckily we have this little contraption that does the dirty work for us. Thank God. At last, his mother has arrived to take him home. Wait, I thought we were just looking after our nephew, not running a daycare. Would you really leave your baby with a scientist who performed experiments on babies? Unfortunately, we do have to clean out the diaper station since it can only be used 3 times before it gets full. Look at his face. How did my life come to this? Now Mini Doris is here. Did you see the state of her mom? Is she drunk, or did she just have a really rough day? So the babies also make the different stations dirty and stinky. So we have to clean all the other areas. And keep an eye on the hygiene meter, because better hygiene means bigger tips. Well, our first day went smoothly, now we just have to clean up. I've never seen babies so happy. Or possibly, that was just gas. I don't think gas would make them smile, unless you mean laughing gas. Our invention has progressed by 20%, and we have a new baby today. Aikiko, who is an unpredictable little rascal. Instead of our usual colour match bonus in other Dash games, in Diaper Dash it is referred to as a gender bonus. Ah yes, the 2 genders, pink and blue. But it's basically the same as colour matching, so I'll just refer to it as that. Oh, look at this, we can also get a swap bonus from when we swap babies from one station to another. That's kinda cool. Wait, let me try something. Well, it was worth a try. You know what, this isn't so bad. The babies are quite happy, aren't they? And the goals are really low for some reason. I guess this game was made for babies. Now we have the opportunity to purchase some upgrades with our hard-earned cash. Well, the game practically forces me to purchase the carpet upgrade, but I'm personally more interested in the diapering optimization. And we take a look at our progress with the Cleanatron, which is now at 40%. Hurry up, love, I can't be arsed cleaning up. I go back and buy the diaper upgrade, as well as a baby radio to put a spring in Wilson's step. I still have some cash left over, but I'll save it for later. We have a new customer today. It feels strange calling a baby a customer. But his name is Nathaniel, and apparently he's a hungry fella. Good thing my research shows that babies like warm milk. He's just googling baby facts at this point. Oh my gosh, they didn't tell me your father was hella hungry, man. Like father, like son, I suppose. Look at our new carpet. Apparently it's supposed to be stain-proof, but I think the dirt and stains would show up more on this carpet. All of these babies look the same. I don't even know which one is Nathaniel. It's a good thing they tell me who their parents are because I don't have a clue. Time for some more upgrades, since I'm raking it in with this daycare business. Let's see. Wow, there's too many options. I go for the Easy Clean and Clean Freak, which means less messes to clean up, and cleaning 15% faster. Scientifically speaking, shouldn't smaller humans make smaller messes? It's just a theory at this point. Although that may be true, these little idiots don't clean up after themselves, but I suppose the same could be said about bigger humans. These babies are so gross. Little Doris has made the bed stinky just after I put her in it. Don't their parents bathe them? I'm getting so many swap bonuses today. I need the money so I can make this horrible job easier. My clean meter is almost in the red zone. But all of the stations are occupied, so I don't get a chance to clean them. Oh well, here you go, ma'am. Your stinky baby that is now even stinkier. Geez, a little harsh with the $57 payment though. Oh no, little Doris is fuming. I left her at the diaper station for too long while I was cleaning up her mess. I thought that angry Diaper Dash customers were bad, but at least they don't do this horrible squeal when they're unhappy. I purchased 2 more diaper cubbies for the diaper station and some soft pillows so the babies don't wake up in a foul mood. Our new customer is called Rita, and she makes a lot of diaper messes. Great, just what I wanted to hear. Bloody hell, you could at least change her diaper before you bring her to the daycare. I don't know why, but Rita's dad kinda looks like a moshi monster. Like this guy. Is anyone else seeing that? Also, I love the fact that the baby has a receding hairline. I think so far, Rita is my least favourite of the babies. She's just pooping far too much for a baby. What are they feeding her? Also, she's just annoying to look at. Sorry. Oh no, all of the babies need their diapers changed, and the diaper pail is full. This has to be the most annoying feature of this game. Well, that and the screaming babies, of course. Maybe babies aren't such a mystery after all. They're not a mystery, mate, they're a misery. Now we have faster diaper changes and faster feeding bottles. And look, our genius invention, the Cleanatron, is ready to go. Now if only it could make my dinner too. He thinks the Cleanatron is his wife, lazy bastard. So the robot has to be charged up, and the longer we leave it, the more charges he gets? I guess the Cleanatron is male, confirmed. But right now, the most amount of charges we can get are 2. Well, let's take it for a spin. This is great. I'm guessing it doesn't empty the diaper station though. I suppose we need something for Wilson to do. I don't have to do any cleaning now. I wish it had more charges available though. There are too many bloody babies here now. And I'm so busy dealing with all of them that I forget to use the cleaning gadget. There are so many green clouds everywhere, and why is it always bloody Doris that screams at me? Oh lovely, we've now upgraded our Cleanatron to hold 2 extra chargers, and we have a new customer, Claude. Why do these babies have such weird names? He loves to have fun playing with toys. Today, alphabet blocks. Tomorrow, cold fusion. What is Wilson planning to do tomorrow? What's going on? There's all little blokes in the daycare today. And why do I always forget to empty the diaper thing? It's always full when I need it. Self-testing concludes that strained peas are tastier than strained carrots. Ugh, now I need a pizza. Wait until he finds out about mushy peas. Food of the gods. We are now coming to the end of our time in our sister's basement. But you know what? I have to say, compared to other Dash games I've played, the difficulty is not really increased. Yeah, like sure the goals are getting higher, but where gameplay is concerned, it doesn't feel challenging at all. Even if I forget to clean up, which I very often do, I have no problem reaching the goal. And have reached the expert goal on every level so far. Although I shouldn't really complain because I am very glad I do not have to replay these levels. Okay, so at this point I treated myself by turning off the in-game music, and I have to say this did somewhat improve my gaming experience. Oh no, terrible news. The babies are cranky today. It's like the game heard me complaining about how easy it was. And on top of this we have a new customer, Felicia, who loves to play and eat. Pick your struggle, love. Wait a minute, is that Bob? Oh, I'm so happy to see a familiar face around here. I wish she would stay around for longer. I thought our Bob was a career girly though. I didn't think she'd have a baby. But then again, she is leaving it in the daycare all day. Felicia certainly does take after her mother. Wow, there are far too many screaming babies here for my liking. They weren't kidding about them being cranky. Well, despite the many grumpy babies, we exceeded the expert goal once again. Now it's our final day in this daycare, and Wilson says that after today we can move into a bigger daycare. Or maybe just a place that isn't your sister's basement. I have to say, I think I preferred how this place looked before all of the upgrades. Now everything is far too bright, it's hurting my eyes. Wilson barges into Flo's diner. And what's the deal with these fellas in the bear suits? The 2 bears? Wilson tells Flo about his amazing discovery that 100% of babies prefer plush carpeting to cold cement floors, while he drinks his beer with whipped cream. He moans that he's running out of space in his sister's basement, and Flo suggests that he moves into a bigger place. The obvious solution to his problem. Rosie jump scare. Mr. Big drives past Wilson's so-called laser-free daycare and says, looks like the old boys lost it, because everyone knows you cannot run a daycare without lasers. We now have a new invention in progress, a toy dispenser. Why not just invest in a box of Lego? This daycare looks really cute, but I'm sure we'll soon ruin it with all of our upgrades. Oh, so I guess we don't get to keep our profits from our last daycare. But I still made enough money to buy some upgrades. And of course I purchased the most important upgrades. Extra diaper cubbies and extended batteries for the Cleanatron. Thank goodness, all of the boys are going to the Rocket Spaceman Carnival today, so we'll only have girl customers. I'm surprised the daycare is open on Rocket Spaceman Carnival Day. Wow, so many pink people. At least I don't have to worry about putting them in the matching colour places now. So I guess when the babies get too unhappy, they just summon their parents and leave. But we don't actually lose any points. So it seems that this is a rare case for Dash games, where the girls are more impatient than the boys, because I've now lost 2 customers, after losing none previously. But even after losing those 2 customers, I still met the expert goal. After the trouble I had in the last level, I made sure to invest in some upgrades to boost the baby's moods. Studies show that some babies need a lot of playtimes, or things could get... Is tantrumy a word? Tantrumy is indeed the word to describe these little rascals. Is that Toshiro from Restaurant Rescue? Wow, not only Dash customers, but Dash side characters visit our daycare? I'm just waiting for Flo and Quinn to show up with their child. I love the smell of babies in the morning. Smells like... Actually, that smells terrible. Ooh. Well, the babies sure are stinky today. Well, they always are, but they seem to be making even more of a mess than usual today. Thank God for the Cleanatron. Have these babies been playing with my cloning machine? It seems there are more and more of them every day. A cloning machine? What's next? A time machine? At last, our new invention, the toy dispenser, is complete. Deliver a soft and cuddly teddy bear to a customer for an instant happiness boost. Oh, so we have to manually pick up and deliver the toys to the babies. This is a rubbish invention. And it has such a long cooldown period. Couldn't you just invent a machine that delivers the toys automatically? Or maybe brainwash the babies into being happy? Wait, who is this kid? Were we even introduced to him? He looks a little old to be in a daycare. But then again, his mother is that drunk-looking woman, and he looks knackered. He's probably better off here. This is too much. Every time I collect a baby from the baby cage, another one is placed down. I just want this day to be over. I want this game to be over. Oh, I knew he was going to mention a time machine. But if you had a time machine, why didn't you just go back in time to before you got fired? Then you wouldn't have to run this stupid daycare. But then again, he's making so much bloody money here, isn't he? I have now purchased every single upgrade that is available, and I even have money to spare. Why don't we just start working on our next invention already? Wait, there's another new toddler here? Who are these kids? And why are they so sleepy? They keep nodding off. You're a little old to be wearing diapers, mate. Oh, of course, his father is also that Sailor Mushy Monster guy. Oh no, my worst nightmare. A baby has dumped a drink into the Cleanatron, so it's been sent off for repairs. Meaning I have to do all of the cleaning myself. I was not built for this. I am a scientist, not a bloody cleaner. Why do these babies have to make so much mess? It's so hard to keep on top of all the cleaning when the daycare is so busy. Like, is there a way to clean an occupied station without picking up the baby? I don't even know. I didn't even notice until now that Wilson pulls the puking face when he cleans up too. He's such a wimp. Well, even without the Cleanatron and countless screaming babies, I still managed to make it through the day with an expert score. Another new customer is coming in today called Maria, who we are actually introduced to. But still, no information is given about her. Oh, it's another of Hell the Hungry Man's children. And of course, the first thing she wants is food. I'm so glad the Cleanatron is back. I'll never let anything bad happen to you again, my darling. Wait, we've not seen Rita for a while, have we? I wonder what happened to her. Now it's our last day in this daycare. But it was pretty uneventful, and we achieved an expert score once again. Wilson tells us we now have enough money to buy a larger daycare. Wilson is back at our Flo's diner, snoozing away. I swear he was glowing green when you dropped him off. He is once again drowning his sorrows in this beverage, and says that it's like the test subjects or babies are multiplying. And Flo suggests that he upgrades his research center again, but Wilson disagrees and says that he just needs supplies to build his latest prototype designs. But on his way to buy said supplies, a house catches his eye. And why is there a pig in front of it? Oh my god, it's bloody cell phone guy. Well, I certainly wasn't expecting to see you here. And of course he's a bloody realtor. And he sells or rents the house to Wilson. Mr. Big is still obsessing over what Wilson is up to, gossiping with his employees about the old boy. This I have to see. Now our next new invention in progress is a distraction phone, which will be used to call in reinforcements when the babies get too rowdy. Like calling the cops, I guess? God, this new daycare looks so drab, and it's not even bigger than the last one. Oh look, Rita is back. Where have you been, love? The babies seem to love the new surroundings. Were we playing the same game? Did you not hear all of those screaming babies? Wow, another new customer. Annabelle, who loves to play. Ah, yet another older kid who still wears diapers. And her mom is that Flo wannabe. I don't know why, but Annabelle just gives off this somewhat mischievous vibe. Also, her head is like twice the size of everyone else's. Wait, she's the female Stewie Griffin. What would Mr. Big think if he could see us now? I don't know, probably something along the lines of, look at that loser cleaning up those stinky diapers. A siren was going off all over town last night, and no one got any sleep. The customers are going to be crankier than usual today. Wonderful, just what I needed, extra cranky babies. At least the room looks cute now. I love that Diaper Dash style wallpaper. Geez, these babies sure do have attitude. I can't handle all of this screaming. All of a sudden, 4 babies lose their temper and summon their parents. Frig off, I don't want you here anyway. And I'm sure your parents don't want you either, that's why they leave you here all day. It feels like only a minute ago I was complaining about this game being too easy. And for the first time I fall short of the expert goal. But who cares? I don't even think you get anything for getting an expert score anyway. Oh no, our teddy bear dispenser is out of order. Well, I didn't really use it anyway. As long as I still have my wifey, aka Cleanatron, I am happy. Well, not happy because I have to deal with all these horrible babies. But as happy as one could be in these circumstances. This level feels so easy after the previous one. Nice, I have so much money for upgrades now. And we have another new customer. Brother of Felicia and son of the businesswoman, Abe. And just like his sister, Abe loves to play and eat. Me too, man, me too. Poor Abe looks so bewildered when he wants something, bless him. It's okay, little guy. Oh no, there's horrible traffic in town today. I'm not really sure how that affects us, but good news, our distraction phone is ready. So we can call in some special guests to boost the mood of the babies. Couldn't he just have used his mobile phone to do that? Why did he need to invent a specific phone for this? It just seems like a phone with the special guests on speed dial. Well, I gave it a try and now there's a dancing woman. That's cool, I guess. But now I have to wait 5 business days for it to recharge. Luckily, I don't need it right now because there's only like 3 babies here. So all of the babies appear at once? I guess that's because of the traffic. Let's give this distraction phone a whiz. It increases the happiness by the tiniest amount. The little guy is still grumpy. I guess he hates fairy princesses. Gosh, this day felt like it went on forever. All those customers late in the day didn't faze us at all. Speak for yourself, mate, I was very much fazed. Bloody hell, there's so many different genres of baby. This one is called Yasuhiro, who apparently follows his whims. How whimsical. Oh no, there's a shortage of cribs today because they're all being repainted. So there's literally one crib and all of these sleepy babies. What am I supposed to do? Wow, that bed sure is stinky after being used 100 times. Oh my god, the distraction phone has summoned a clown? This is terrifying. I'm surprised all those kids aren't screaming after that. The parents are sure to spread the word about our great service. Yeah, I'm sure the word will spread about the one crib, the trash can overflowing with diapers, and the overall stench of this place. We were up late painting last night, so we didn't finish cleaning properly. Yes we did, mate. I was there. I literally can't move on unless I clean up every green cloud. Oh, look at the state of this. We only had one crib yesterday, so can somebody explain why all 4 cribs are dirty? Does Wilson sleep in those cribs? Well, that was an awful start to the day. And after cleaning up all that grime, our baby jail is full to the brim. At least we have more than one bed today. There are so many sleepy fellas. Once again, we have purchased all of the available upgrades, with $6 grand to spare. And all of the babies are extra playful today. Could at least give us an extra play area. I cannot keep up with the demand for playtime. And I hate odd numbers. Thank God we have this silly clown to keep them from screaming at me. I wish there was an upgrade for extra diaper cubbies though. I keep forgetting to empty it. We've had a great time in this house, but I think it's time we aim for something new. Calm down, mate, we still have another day to get through. Or maybe I'll just stop playing so you can't do whatever it is that you are scheming over. It's our last day in this daycare, and it should be a hectic one. Let's earn enough money to move into a bigger place. Well, I'm not sure that $4,500 is enough to buy a new daycare, but sure. He wasn't kidding when he said it would be a hectic day, but I got through it with no trouble. Now it's time for a change of scenery. Oh dear, look at those babies. It's too much for poor Wilson to handle. For the love of lasers, please, no more. Take our babies, please. The Reeks said their baby had never been happier, or less gassy. This is Timmy, he's such an angel. Oh, I'm sure he is, love. Don't these people realise that this man is not qualified to look after children? And he is even using them for research? I think there's a bit of a parenting crisis in Dinatown. Wilson whines to Flo about having to turn away the babies because his place was too full. And Flo once again suggests moving into a bigger place. Oh, what would we do without your genius advice, Flo? One of Flo's customers just happens to be subletting her place, and suggests Wilson goes and checks it out. Meanwhile, Mr. Big is fiddling around in the lab with a stuffed sheep. I'm guessing one of Wilson's inventions. I don't get it. Where do the fibre optics go? What a dummy. We have a new invention in progress, a storybook reader, to entertain the kids in the waiting area. Or send them to sleep, maybe. I wonder if Flo's mate knows we're running a daycare in her house. It looks so clean and stainable. I'm sure we'll destroy that carpet in no time. Wow, it looks like Windows XP out there. It's so difficult going from having all of the upgrades to having none. There's so much squealing happening. But at least now I can buy the essential upgrade, the diaper cubbies. But I don't have enough for the extended Cleanatron batteries. Great, the high chairs are out for repairs today. Oh, I was expecting there to only be one feeding station, but there's 2. That's fine, I only use 2 of them most of the time anyway. I have to admit that distraction phone gadget is quite useful for making the screaming fellas hang in there a little while. I don't have time to give them a teddy bear though. Well, that wasn't too bad, was it? At last I can upgrade my beloved Cleanatron. And our Wilson has hotwired it to make it charge faster. I really hope this doesn't mean it's going to be broken tomorrow. Wow, the daycare certainly is busy today. And there are not enough PlayStations to meet the demand. Good thing I can summon a fairy princess to distract them from all this chaos. Oh, who would have guessed it? The hot wiring broke the cleanatron. So we have to clean up the old-fashioned way once again. I thought you were supposed to be clever, Mr. Wilson. Couldn't you just fix it yourself? I wonder what would happen if we just didn't clean up. You know what? I'm going on strike. No cleaning today. Well, the payment from the parents just gradually decreases, and it seems that it doesn't go below 30. But then again, I didn't get all of the stations dirty, so maybe that helped. But I still made enough money to successfully pass the level, and even exceeded the expert goal. So we don't even need to clean up at all, I guess. Also, I love that the kids are so unbothered by their stinky surroundings. It's only the parents that are. I forgot that we need to clean up in order to complete the level, so my strike was all for nothing in the end. Thank goodness the cleanatron is fixed. I couldn't deal with another stinky day in this place. The Dinatown Sunrise Breakfast Bash is tomorrow, and everyone needs to get their kids to sleep early. Hopefully that means we can also get to sleep early. Fantastic news! Our invention, the storybook reader, is complete. This spiffy new gadget will give a boost to all the unhappy children in the waiting area. How spiffing. Oh wow, it actually boosts their mood quite a lot. More than that rubbish distraction phone. That certainly was a fast day. And despite having no screaming babies, I failed to meet the expert goal. Maybe the difficulty is increasing. Oh no, the telephone lines are down today, so no distraction phone. I shouldn't have slagged it off yesterday. Apparently Ned had a sleepover last night, but didn't get much sleep. So the cribs will be in high demand today. Wait, which one is Ned? I guess he must be one of the ones we weren't introduced to, the toddler-looking ones. Oh, he's always bloody sleepy, look at him. Turns out babysitting is more fun than watching water boil. Who would have guessed it? Personally, if offered the choice, I would much rather watch water boil. At least you don't have to change the water's diaper. At last we have reached the final day at our daycare in Flo's mate's place, but Wilson makes me dread what is to come. I know for a fact this man knows the periodic table song by heart. But I got through that day no problem, even getting an expert score. I guess the periodic table is harder. He only knows up to beryllium. Wilson goes back to his old stomping ground, aka Flo's diner. And his nephew is screaming. Flo tries to cheer him up with her usual party trick, but it doesn't work. Oh, these kids have been spoilt with old Wilson's inventions. You see, Flo, some babies are just more engaged by funny sounds than visual stimuli. This is baby brain rot. Wilson whips out some blueprints for his ultimate invention idea, and Flo is very impressed. Most importantly, the mystery of Wilson's beverage of choice has been solved. It is in fact a root beer float. Wilson says he thinks he should be getting back to a proper research facility. And Flo says, I thought you were having fun. A term poor Wilson is unfamiliar with. Meanwhile, back at Rubber Ducky Inc., Mr. Big fires all of his employees after he tests out Wilson's inventions on the babies. And they enjoy them so much they fall asleep. Well, are we moving to a new daycare or what? We're not told anything about that in the comic strip. Okay, so now Wilson clarifies that this is his new baby care centre in a grand mansion. Wow, he's really made it. Our new and final invention is in progress, which are some lightning sneakers. Wow, I'm excited to take those for a spin. Look at this place. Golden walls, fancy golden cribs, and those cute high chairs with the sun on them. Who knew childcare could be so prosperous? That doesn't stop these bloody children from screaming at me though. Maybe we could have invested in some upgrades rather than all this fancy decor, which will probably get ruined anyway. We're doing so well, my atoms are tingling. That's a little TMI, pal. What a nightmare. A lightning storm shorted out everything, so none of our inventions work today. Now I have to clean up after these little rascals and somehow find a way to keep them happy without toys or dancing princesses. Well, we managed it before we had all those inventions, I guess, so I'm sure I can handle it now. Now there's a face I've not seen for a while. Little Annabelle, the moody cow. Stop screaming, I'm trying my best. The screaming never ends. Well, at this point my game crashed, just when I was about to reach the goal. I hope you're happy with yourselves, stupid screeching kids. Well, on my second attempt, I managed to make it through the level without my game crashing, thank God. At this point, I just want the game to end. Now that we've managed to acquire a few upgrades and the gizmos are fixed, the daycare looks so lovely. Not that these idiots will appreciate it, but I do. And things go somewhat smoothly, but for the first time in my many hours of playing this game, I am unable to reach the goal. What do you mean I was 700 points short? I don't know where it went wrong. I'm honestly surprised it took me this long to fail a level, but it just shows you, this game is not near the difficulty of the other Dash games. It actually took 3 attempts to pass this level, and considering there were no inventions broken and nothing special happening that day, the only thing causing this was my exhaustion and burnout from the repetitive tasks of working in a daycare. Can someone explain why the goal is so much lower on the next level? I think they got the order of the last 2 levels mixed up, because 1,000 points lower is crazy. And I passed this level with no problems at all, well, apart from my general unhappiness with the game overall. At last, our final invention just dropped. Our lightning sneakers, which harness electricity to give us super speed. Wow, look at me go. Just call me Lightning McQueen. I don't really feel like these are making me move much faster at all. Also, there's smoke coming off my feet. This has to be a safety hazard. I am so burnt out at this point from so many hours of playing this game that I keep putting the babies in the wrong places. I feel like Ned right now. But we finished the day with an expert score. Oh dear, the annual Reek family reunion is in town. The Reek family? What an interesting name. So there will be a lot of Ritas and Stans. Therefore, a lot of diaper changing. Oh, so I guess that's where the Reek comes from. So I guess this fella's name is Stan, and the mushy monster guy is Mr. Reek. I'm not even surprised, he does look like he'd reek. But why do they need a reunion? Are Stan's dad and Rita's dad different people? Are they brothers, twins, cousins? I feel like I need to make a family tree. I can't keep up with all these diaper changes. It wouldn't be so much of a hassle if I didn't have to empty them out after 5 uses. Why do you have to defecate so much? I'm certainly glad I don't have to repeat that level. Unfortunately, we have to close the daycare early today, because we're going to an inventors convention. That's the best news I've had all day. And we have the lowest goal ever, just 2,000 points. This level was an absolute breeze. But the next level has a ridiculously high goal of 7,000 points? What is going on with this game's difficulty? 1 minute it's 2,000 points, the next it's 1 million. I did get through the level after 2 attempts though, thankfully. Well, 1.5 attempts because I reset halfway through. Mr. Big has been asking me to go back to Big Corp. I'll have to think about that one. What is there to think about, mate? If it means you don't have to touch another dirty diaper, wouldn't you jump at that opportunity? At last, the end of the game is in sight, and we're almost at our 1-year anniversary. But we still have to get through one final shift at the daycare. We have a goal of 8,000, the highest we've seen yet, but it's not that much higher than the previous level. But let me tell you, this was the longest day ever. And after all that, I fell short of the goal by just 200 points. Well, I'd be a little disappointed if the last level wasn't a little challenging. On my 3rd attempt, I am finally successful, and finally out of this hellhole. Wilson takes the babies on a little outing to Flo's Diner to celebrate his 1-year anniversary of running the daycare. Just think, Wilson, a year ago you were working for Rubber Ducky Inc. Mad that, innit? Mr. Big gives Wilson a call saying he's been trying Wilson's latest inventions, and that he made a mistake by letting him go. He offers Wilson a job at triple his old salary. Triple? I guess I'd be a fool to come back to work for you when I have everything I want right here. Are you insane, Wilson? Triple your old salary? Imagine what you could do with that cleanatron when money is no object. After his sick burn on Mr. Big, Wilson and Flo high-five. The end. Well, I was a little underwhelmed by that ending. No rockets, no goddess, just a little high-five. Does he keep running the daycare or does he retire? Who knows? Well, I guess it will come as no surprise that I did not enjoy this game. Yes, there were parts that were fun. Maybe trying out Wilson's new inventions and... well, yeah, I guess that's about it. One thing that I did like was the upgrades, which you could earn points for. This made it feel like you were at least achieving something. Also, for the most part, the cosmetic upgrades for the daycare were cute. Now let's talk about our protagonist, Wilson. He starts off working for Mr. Big at Rubber Ducky Inc., performing experiments on babies, and even using lasers on them. But one day he realizes, hey, this is actually wrong. And when he sees an upset baby, he goes over to comfort it, even though he's breaking the biggest rule, and ends up getting fired over it. This shows that deep down he's a good guy. And although he initially has some regrets over getting fired, he would much rather invent things in a more moral way. Even when he's offered his old job back at triple his old salary. And he's also just so goofy, like some of the one-liners he says are so funny. I like him. Now I can't really put my finger on what I didn't like about this game. There were just so many elements that I didn't like. Just to name some. The art style was very mobile game-ish. The music was so bad that I had to turn it off after a few levels. The babies were just so annoying. I don't even think they had different patience levels like in other games, but they all had different demands, and they make so much mess. Not to mention the screaming. And the worst part was just how easy the game was. That's not something I'm used to with this type of game. Normally there's at least one level that I have to repeat so many times to the point I am ready to rage quit. But no, this is truly a game about babies, made for babies. Well, maybe not, but yeah, it was easy. I think it says it all that I got through that one level without cleaning at all. Upon looking into the game, I can see that it was produced by a company called Zemnut alongside Play First, which may account for the game being so different and less enjoyable than the other games in the series. The one thing that kept me going was the Cleanatron. Oh, how I love you, Cleanatron. Sadly, I will not be giving this game the Octoworld seal of approval. It just does not meet the standards of the other spin-off games in the series, and I didn't enjoy the overall experience. I just wanted it to be over. I may have been a little harsh on this game though, and I'm sure there are some people out there that really love this game. Anyway, even though I was disappointed in this game, I hope you enjoyed this video where I complain about it endlessly. This video was a little longer than I had planned because I just had so much to say or complain about. But if you did for some strange reason enjoy this video, stay tuned because there are plenty more weird spin-offs where this came from. Thank you for watching and I'll see you soon.